My beloved child, listen to me for a moment. Before you continue scrolling, before you move on with your busy day, pause and take a breath. This message is not appearing before you by accident. You may think it is just another video, just another voice speaking into the noise of the world. But I want you to know something deep within your heart. I see you. I see the silent battles you fight when no one else is watching. I see the weight you carry in your mind and in your heart. I see the nights when sleep refuses to come because your thoughts will not slow down. I see the worries you keep hidden behind your smile. My beloved child, do you sometimes feel like you are walking through life alone? Do you feel as if the world keeps moving forward while your heart is tired and overwhelmed? Have you ever wondered why things have become so heavy lately? You try to stay strong. You try to keep going. You try to tell yourself that everything will be okay. But deep inside, there are moments when fear whispers to you, moments when doubt grows louder than your faith. I know those moments. I know the tears you have wiped away quickly so that no one would notice. I know the disappointments you carry from dreams that did not happen the way you hoped. I know the pressure you feel when life keeps asking more from you than you feel able to give. My beloved child, you are not weak for feeling this way. You are human, and in every moment of your struggle I have been standing beside you. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, I was there. Even in the moments when your prayers felt like they were echoing into silence, I was listening. Even in the moments when your faith felt small and fragile, I was holding you closer than you realized. Tell me, my beloved child, when was the last time you allowed your heart to rest? When was the last time you stopped carrying every burden alone? The world has taught you that you must solve everything yourself. It tells you that you must be strong all the time, that you must never show weakness, that you must always be in control. But that is not the truth. You were never meant to carry life alone. You were never meant to hold every worry inside your heart. You were never meant to walk through storms without help. That is why I am speaking to you now. Because your heart has been heavy for too long. Perhaps you are worried about your future. You look ahead and the path feels uncertain. Perhaps you are worried about your future. You wonder if things will ever change. You wonder if your prayers will finally be answered. Perhaps you are carrying anxiety that no one around you understands. Your mind keeps replaying the same fears again and again. You try to calm yourself, but the thoughts keep returning. Or maybe you are simply tired. Tired of trying, tired of hoping, tired of waiting for something in your life to finally get better. My beloved child, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not walking through this life without purpose. Every tear you have cried has been seen. Every silent prayer has been heard. Every moment you felt like giving up has been noticed. I know your heart better than anyone else. I know the dreams you once carried with excitement. I know the hopes you once held tightly before disappointment made you question everything. But listen carefully, my beloved child. Just because something did not happen the way you expected does not mean your story is over. Just because a door closed does not mean your future is closed with it. Just because you feel lost right now does not mean you are not being guided. Sometimes the path feels confusing because you cannot see the full picture yet. Sometimes the silence feels long because your heart is being prepared for something greater. Think about this for a moment. How many times in your life did something seem like the end, but later you realized it was actually a new beginning? How many times did something break your heart, only for something better to slowly grow afterward? My beloved child, I am still working in your life. Even now, even in this very moment, even in the middle of the uncertainty you feel, the pain you carry today will not last forever. The storm you are facing right now will not continue forever. The confusion in your mind will not remain forever. But you must not lose faith while you are walking through this season. Faith is not only believing when everything is easy. Faith is believing even when you cannot see the answers yet. Faith is trusting that I am guiding you even when the road feels dark. Tell me honestly, my beloved child, have you been carrying worries that are too heavy for your heart? Have you been trying to control things that are not meant for you to control? Have you been holding on to fear about tomorrow? If so, I want you to slowly release those burdens tonight. You do not need to hold them any longer. Place them in my hands. Your mind was not designed to carry endless worry. Your heart was not designed to live in constant fear. You were created for peace. You were created for hope. You were created to walk with faith, not with constant anxiety. But the world around you is loud. It fills your mind with comparison, pressure, and endless expectations. It tells you that you are not enough. It tells you that you are falling behind. It tells you that others are doing better than you. But listen carefully to my voice instead of the noise of the world. You are enough. You are loved more deeply than you can understand. You are valuable beyond anything this world measures. Your worth does not come from your success. Your worth does not come from your achievements. Your worth does not come from the opinions of others. Your worth comes from the simple truth that you are my beloved child, and nothing will ever change that. Not your mistakes, not your fears, not your struggles, nothing. Even when you fall, I am still with you. Even when you doubt, I am still near. Even when your faith feels small, I am still guiding your steps. So take a slow breath right now. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart quiet for a moment. You do not need to have everything figured out tonight. You do not need to solve every problem today. One step at a time is enough. Trust that I am leading you. Trust that the path will become clearer. Trust that the pain you feel now will one day transform into strength and wisdom. My beloved child, I know that sometimes you wonder if things will ever truly change. You wonder if peace will ever return to your heart. You wonder if joy will ever feel natural again. And I want to gently remind you of something important. Dark seasons do not last forever. The night may feel long, but the morning always comes. The storm may feel powerful, but it will eventually pass. The valley may feel deep, but it is not where your story ends. I am leading you towards something greater than you can see right now. But you must keep walking, keep believing, keep trusting, even when the road feels uncertain, because your story is still being written, and the next chapter may bring blessings you never expected. So tonight, my beloved child, allow your heart to rest in this truth. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will never walk alone. I am with you in every step you take, in every tear you cry, and in every hope you carry within your heart. Stay with me for a little longer because there is more I want to share with you, more truth your heart needs to hear tonight. And as you listen, let your spirit become calm, because what I am above to remind you may begin to heal the worries you have been carrying for so long. My beloved child, stay with me for a little longer. Let your heart remain still for a moment, because there are things I want you to understand that your worries have been trying to hide from you. You've spent so much time thinking about what could go wrong, about what you might lose, about the possibilities that frighten you. Your mind has been racing ahead into tomorrow, into next week, into the unknown future that you cannot yet see. But tell me something honestly, my beloved child. How many of those fears have truly happened? How many nights have you spent worrying about things that never came to pass? How many times has your heart become heavy because of thoughts that were only shadows in your mind? Fear often grows in the silence of uncertainty. It whispers lies that make the future look darker than it truly is. It convinces you that you are not strong enough, that you are not ready, that you will fail before you even begin. But listen carefully to my voice now. Fear does not speak the truth about you. You are stronger than you realize. You have already survived moments that once seemed impossible to endure. There were days when you thought you would not make it through the pain. There were seasons when everything felt uncertain and fragile. And yet, you are still here. You kept breathing. You kept moving forward. You kept searching for hope even when your heart was tired. Do you see what that means, my beloved child? Do you see what that means, my beloved child? It means there is strength inside you that you sometimes forget exists. It means you have been carried through storms before, and you will be carried through this one as well. Sometimes you think that faith means never feeling afraid, but that is not true. Faith does not mean the absence of fear. Faith means choosing to trust me even when fear is knocking at the door of your heart. Faith means taking one more step forward, even when the path ahead is not fully clear. Faith means believing that I am working behind the scenes of your life, even when your eyes cannot yet see the results. Tell me, my beloved child, when life becomes difficult, where does your mind usually go? Do you begin to imagine the worst possible outcome? Do you start believing that things will never change? Do you quietly tell yourself that maybe hope is not meant for you? These thoughts can quietly grow if you allow them to remain unchecked. They slowly steal your peace little by little until your heart feels restless and heavy. But tonight I want you to remember something important. Your thoughts have power. The things you repeat in your mind slowly shape the way you see your life. When you constantly focus on fear, your heart begins to feel trapped. When you constantly focus on what is missing, your heart forgets what is already present. But when you begin to focus on gratitude, something beautiful begins to happen inside you. Gratitude softens your heart. Gratitude reminds you of the blessings that still exist around you. Gratitude opens your eyes to the quiet miracles that happen every day. Gratitude opens your eyes to the quiet miracles that happen every day. My beloved child, there are still blessings in your life right now, even if they feel small. The breath in your lungs is a blessing. The chance to begin again tomorrow is a blessing. The people who care about you are a blessing. Even the lessons hidden inside your struggles are blessings that will shape the strength of your future. I know that sometimes you feel disappointed because life has not unfolded the way you once imagined. Maybe you had dreams that did not happen. Maybe you trusted people who hurt you. Maybe you worked hard for something that did not succeed, and those experiences left wounds inside your heart. But let me ask you something gently, my beloved child. What if the path you imagined was not the only path meant for you? What if the closed doors you experienced were actually protecting you from something that was not right for your life? What if the delays you are facing today are preparing you for blessings that require more patience than you expected? Life does not always unfold according to your plans. But that does not mean it is unfolding without purpose. Even in the seasons that feel confusing, I am still guiding your steps. Even in the moments that feel unfair, there are lessons quietly shaping your character. Even in the waiting, something meaningful is happening within you. Waiting is one of the hardest experiences for the human heart. You pray for something, you hope for something, you ask for direction. And when the answer does not arrive quickly, your heart begins to wonder if your prayer was heard at all. But I want you to understand something very important. Silence is not the same as absence. Just because you do not see immediate change does not mean nothing is happening. There are moments when I am working in ways you cannot yet see. Seeds planted in the soil do not grow overnight. Roots must form before the tree rises above the ground. In the same way, many of the blessings meant for your life require time to develop. Your patience is not wasted. Your prayers are not ignored. Your waiting is not meaningless. Something is being prepared for you. But during this waiting season, your heart needs peace. And peace does not come from controlling everything around you. Peace comes from surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. Surrender means trusting that you are not carrying your life alone. My beloved child, you do not have to force every door open. You do not have to solve every mystery today. You do not have to carry every burden by yourself. Let me guide you. Let me strengthen you. Let me calm the storms. Eye to your mind. Right now, I want you to take a slow breath again. Feel the tension slowly leaving your body. Imagine placing your worries gently into my hands. The worries about your future, the fears about your health, the stress about your responsibilities, the sadness you feel about things that did not work out. You can place them all here. You do not need to carry them alone anymore. You do not need to carry them alone anymore. And while your heart rests for a moment, I want to share 3 simple things you can do today to strengthen your faith and calm your heart. They are not complicated. They are not difficult. But if you practice them sincerely, they will slowly transform the way you feel inside. The first thing I want you to do today is to spend a few quiet minutes in stillness with me, not rushing, not distracted, just quietly speaking to me from your heart. You do not need perfect words. You do not need long prayers. Just speak honestly. Tell me what you are feeling. Tell me what you hope for. When you open your heart in this way, you create space for peace to enter your mind. The second thing I want you to do today is to notice 3 blessings that exist in your life right now. They do not need to be big. Even small blessings count. Maybe it is a kind word from someone. Maybe it is the beauty of the sky. Maybe it is the simple gift of another day to try again. When you train your heart to notice blessings, gratitude slowly replaces anxiety. The third thing I want you to do today is something very simple but powerful. Choose kindness. Offer kindness to someone around you. Encourage someone who feels discouraged. Help someone who needs support. When you give kindness, something beautiful happens inside your own heart. Love grows stronger, hope becomes brighter, and you begin to feel connected to the purpose you were created for. My beloved child, these small steps may seem simple, but they open the door for peace to grow within you. Your heart does not need to be perfect. Your faith does not need to be flawless. All that matters is that you keep turning toward me little by little, day by day. And as you continue listening, there is something even deeper I want to remind you about the journey you are walking through right now. Because the struggles you face today may be shaping a strength within you that will bless not only your life, but the lives of many others. And when you begin to understand this truth, your pain will start to look different. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is still more your heart needs to hear. My beloved child, keep listening carefully, because what you are walking through right now is not meaningless. Many times when pain enters your life, the first question your heart asks is why. You look around and wonder why things became difficult, why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain prayers seemed unanswered. It is natural for your heart to ask these questions. But there is something deeper I want you to understand. Your struggles are not always punishments. They are often part of a process that shapes your spirit, strengthens your character, and prepares you for a purpose you cannot yet see. Think about the strongest people you admire. The ones who speak with wisdom, compassion, and quiet strength. The ones who know how to comfort others who are hurting. Most of them did not become strong during easy seasons. Their strength was formed through hardship. Their compassion was formed through pain. Their wisdom was formed through lessons they never expected to learn. My beloved child, the same process is quietly happening inside you. Right now, you may only see the difficulty. You may only feel the weight of your problems and the confusion of your circumstances. but something deeper is happening beneath the surface of your life. Your heart is becoming stronger. Your understanding is becoming deeper. Your ability to love, to forgive, and to endure is slowly growing. Tell me honestly, my beloved child, when you look back at your life, have the hardest seasons sometimes taught you the most important lessons? Have the moments that once broke your heart later helped you grow into someone wiser? Have the struggles you faced made you more compassionate toward others who are hurting? Pain has a way of opening your heart in ways comfort never could. It teaches you humility. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how precious hope truly is. But I know that when you are inside the storm, it does not feel like growth. It feels like exhaustion. There are days when your energy feels low, days when your motivation disappears, days when even simple tasks feel heavier than usual. And sometimes you wonder if you are losing your strength. But my beloved child, feeling tired does not mean you are failing. Feeling overwhelmed does not mean you are weak. It simply means you are human and your heart has been carrying more than it should carry alone. That is why I keep reminding you to come closer to me. Because when you try to carry everything by yourself, your spirit becomes weary. But when you allow me to carry the heaviest burdens with you, your heart begins to breathe again. Let me ask you something gently. When you are hurting, do you tend to hide your pain from others? Do you smile and say that everything is fine, even when your heart feels broken? Do you keep your struggles inside because you do not want to burden anyone? Many people do this, my beloved child. They believe they must appear strong in front of the world. But hiding your pain does not heal it. Healing begins when your heart is allowed to be honest. Honest with yourself, honest with others who truly care, and honest with me. You do not need to pretend with me. You do not need to hide your fears or your doubts. You can bring every emotion into my presence. Your sadness, your frustration, your confusion, your disappointment. All of it. Because I understand your heart better than anyone else ever could. And even when you feel broken, you are still deeply loved. Sometimes you worry that your faith is not strong enough. You think that if your faith were stronger, you would not feel anxious. You would not feel discouraged. You would not struggle the way you do. But listen carefully to this truth, my beloved child. Faith is not the absence of struggle. Faith is choosing to keep trusting me even while you struggle. Faith grows slowly, like a seed planted in the soil of your life. At first it may feel small and fragile, but every time you choose hope instead of despair, that seed grows. Every time you speak to me in prayer, that seed grows. Every time you choose kindness instead of bitterness, that seed grows. And over time, what once felt like a fragile seed becomes a strong tree with deep roots. You may not notice this growth day by day, but it is happening. Right now, within you, there will always be moments in life when you feel uncertain. Moments when the future looks unclear. Moments when you wonder if you are walking in the right direction. But remember this, my beloved child, you do not need to see the entire path ahead in order to take the next step. A traveler walking at night does not need the entire road illuminated. A small light is enough to guide the next step forward. In the same way, I will guide your life step by step. You may not understand everything today, but the direction will become clearer as you continue moving forward with faith. So instead of asking yourself how everything will work out, ask yourself something simpler. What is the next good step I can take today? Perhaps the next step is to forgive someone who hurt you. Perhaps the next step is to take care of your health. Perhaps the next step is to start again after a failure. Perhaps the next step is simply to rest and allow your heart to heal. Small steps may seem insignificant, but they slowly shape the direction of your entire life. Do not underestimate the power of small, faithful actions. My beloved child, I also know that loneliness sometimes visits your heart. Even when you are surrounded by people, there can be moments when you feel deeply alone. Moments when you feel that no one truly understands what you are going through. Moments when your heart longs for someone to simply sit beside you and listen. Loneliness is one of the heaviest feelings a person can carry. But I want you to remember something important. You are never truly alone. My presence surrounds you even in the quietest moments. When you sit in silence, I am there. When tears fall from your eyes, I am there. When your thoughts become heavy at night, I am there. And even when you forget that I am near, I am still beside you. You may not always feel my presence, but that does not mean it is absent. Just as the sun continues to shine above the clouds, even when the sky looks gray, my love remains constant, even when your heart feels distant. There will come a time, my beloved child, when you look back at this season of your life and realize that you were never abandoned. You were being guided. You were being strengthened. You were being prepared for a future where your experiences will help others who feel the same pain you once carried. Prepared to become someone who can speak hope into the lives of people who are struggling. Prepared to understand the depth of compassion that grows from a healed heart. And when that day comes, you will realize that even your hardest seasons had purpose. But for now, your task is simple. Keep trusting. Keep moving forward. Keep allowing your heart to grow. And most importantly, keep remembering that you are loved far more deeply than you can imagine. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is still more your heart needs to hear. There are truths about hope, patience, and the future that will help you understand why your journey is unfolding the way it is. And as we continue, you may begin to feel something slowly returning to your spirit. A quiet strength, a calm confidence, and a renewed hope that your story is far from finished. My beloved child, as you continue listening, allow these words to settle gently into your heart. You have already carried so much. There were seasons when you felt like giving up, moments when you wondered if continuing forward was even worth the effort. You tried to stay hopeful, but sometimes the weight of disappointment pressed heavily against your spirit. Yet here you are, still breathing, still searching for light, still hoping that something better is possible. And that alone tells me something beautiful about you. There is a quiet courage inside your heart. You may not always see it, but it is there. Courage does not always look like bold actions or loud victories. Sometimes courage simply looks like waking up one more day and choosing not to give up. Sometimes courage is the quiet decision to keep believing that life can still change. My beloved child, every day you continue moving forward, even with a tired heart, is an act of courage. I know there are moments when the future feels uncertain. You look ahead and wonder if things will ever become stable, peaceful, or joyful again. Your mind begins to imagine different possibilities, and sometimes those possibilities feel frightening. But the future is not meant to be a place of fear. The future is a place where hope can grow. Right now, you are standing in the middle of a chapter that feels confusing. But remember something important. A chapter in your story is not the entire story. Many people lose hope because they judge their entire life based on one difficult season. They believe that the pain they feel today will last forever. But life moves in seasons, just like nature. There are seasons of growth, seasons of waiting, seasons of rest, and sometimes seasons of deep transformation. You may be in a season that feels heavy, but that does not mean the next season will be the same. My beloved child, do not let temporary pain convince you that your future has no beauty left. There are still moments ahead of you that will bring unexpected joy. There are still people you will meet who will bring warmth into your life. There are still opportunities waiting to appear at the right time. You may not see them yet, but they exist. Trust that your journey is unfolding in ways you cannot fully understand right now. Sometimes the reason things feel slow is because important changes are happening inside you. Your patience is growing. Your understanding is deepening. Your ability to recognize what truly matters in life is becoming clearer. Many people chase success, recognition, and approval from others. They believe that these things will bring happiness. But after chasing them for many years, they often discover that something inside them still feels empty. True peace does not come from achievements alone. True peace grows in a heart that learns gratitude, humility, and love. And your journey, even with its struggles, is guiding you toward that deeper understanding. Let me ask you something gently, my beloved child. When you imagine a peaceful life, what does it look like to you? Is it a life without any problems? Is it a life where everything goes exactly according to your plans? Or is it something deeper? Peace is not the absence of challenges. Peace is the presence of trust. When your heart trusts that you are guided, protected, and loved, even difficult days begin to feel different. The storm may still exist, but your heart becomes calmer within it. Right now, there may be situations in your life that you cannot control. People may behave in ways you do not understand. Plans may change unexpectedly. Some doors may close without explanation. These things can make your heart feel unsettled. But remember this, my beloved child, you do not need to control every outcome in order for your life to move in the right direction. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is release the need to control everything. Control often grows from fear. Trust grows from faith. When you begin to trust that your life is guided by a purpose greater than your current understanding, your heart begins to relax. You no longer need to force everything to happen immediately. You allow life to unfold step by step. And when challenges appear, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask a different question. What can this moment teach me? Every challenge carries a lesson. Sometimes the lesson is patience. Sometimes the lesson is strength. Sometimes the lesson is learning to let go of what is not meant to stay. And sometimes the lesson is discovering the depth of your own resilience. My beloved child, I also want you to remember something very important about mistakes. Many people carry guilt from things they did in the past. They replay their mistakes again and again in their minds, wishing they could go back and change what happened. Perhaps you have moments like that too. Moments when you think about choices you regret. Moments when you wish you had spoken different words or taken a different path. But listen to me carefully now. Your mistakes do not define your worth. Your past does not cancel your future. Every person makes mistakes. Every person has moments of weakness. But mistakes are not the end of your story. They are lessons that help you grow into someone wiser and more compassionate. Instead of punishing yourself for the past, allow yourself to learn from it. Growth always begins with forgiveness. Forgive others who hurt you. Forgive yourself for the moments when you are still learning. When your heart releases the weight of guilt and resentment, it becomes lighter. It becomes free to move forward again. And, my beloved child, there is something else your heart needs to hear tonight. You are allowed to rest. The world often praises constant activity and endless productivity. It tells you that you must always be working harder, achieving more, doing more. But your soul was not designed to live in constant exhaustion. Rest is not weakness. Rest is renewal. Just as the earth needs night after day, your heart also needs moments of quiet restoration. Take time to breathe. Take time to reflect. Take time to reconnect with the peace that lives within your spirit. When you allow yourself to rest, clarity often returns. The answers you are searching for begin to appear more gently, and your heart regains the strength it needs to continue the journey. My beloved child, the fact that you are here listening right now means something important. Your heart is still open, your spirit is still searching for hope, and that openness will guide you toward healing. Because hope always finds its way into hearts that remain open, stay with me a little longer. There are still deeper truths about your future, your purpose, and the love that surrounds your life that I want you to understand. And as we continue, you may begin to feel something slowly rising within you. A quiet confidence, a peaceful strength, and a gentle reminder that the story of your life is still unfolding. And the most beautiful, my beloved child, remain here with me for a little longer. By now, your heart may already be feeling a little quieter than before. Perhaps the worries that once felt so loud in your mind have started to soften, even if only slightly. That is because when your spirit listens carefully, truth begins to calm the storm within you. Not just you have spent so much time focusing on what feels broken in your life that you sometimes forget how much strength already lives inside you. The difficult moments you have survived were not meaningless accidents. They were shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than you once were. You may not always see this growth while it is happening. Growth often feels slow and invisible, like roots forming deep beneath the soil. But one day, when you look back, you will realize that the person you are becoming today is far stronger than the person you once thought you were. My beloved child, there are things within your heart that this world desperately needs. Your kindness matters more than you realize. Your patience matters. Your compassion matters. Your compassion matters. The way you listen to others when they are hurting. The way you try to encourage someone who feels discouraged. The way you continue trying even when life feels difficult. These small acts carry more meaning than you can imagine. The world often celebrates loud success and visible achievements, but many of the most meaningful things in life happen quietly. A gentle word that lifts someone's spirit, a moment of forgiveness that restores a broken relationship, a simple act of generosity that helps someone through a hard day. These moments may seem small, but they ripple outward in ways you may never fully see. My beloved child, never underestimate the power of the goodness inside you. Even when you feel ordinary, your life carries influence. The love you give, the patience you show, and the kindness you offer can change the direction of someone else's day, someone else's heart, and sometimes even someone else's life. But I know that sometimes you question your own value. You compare yourself to others and feel like you are falling behind. You look at the achievements of people around you and wonder if you are doing enough, if you are becoming enough, if you are somehow missing your purpose. Comparison is a heavy burden that steals joy from many hearts. But listen carefully to me, my beloved child. Your journey was never meant to look exactly like anyone else's. Your path is unique. Your timing is unique. Your gifts are unique. Just because someone else's life looks different does not mean your life is less meaningful. Flowers bloom in different seasons. Some bloom early in the spring, while others bloom later in the summer. But each flower has its moment to open and reveal its beauty. In the same way, your life unfolds according to a timing that may not always match the pace of others around you. Trust the timing of your journey. Trust the lessons you are learning. Trust that the path you are walking, even when it feels slow or uncertain, is still leading somewhere meaningful. There will be moments when discouragement tries to return. There will be days when old fears whisper again in your mind. When those moments come, remember what you have heard tonight. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is part of a larger story that is still unfolding. And sometimes the greatest victories in life are not dramatic or visible. Sometimes the greatest victory is simply refusing to give up hope, My beloved child, hope is one of the most powerful forces within the human heart. Hope is what allows you to keep trying after disappointment. Hope is what helps you rise again after failure. Hope is what reminds you that tomorrow can be different from today. Even when your circumstances have not yet changed, hope begins to change something inside you. It opens your heart to possibility. It invites courage back into your spirit. It reminds you that darkness never has the final word. And I want you to remember something very important about your future. Your life still contains possibilities you have not yet imagined. There are doors that have not opened yet. There are friendships that have not formed yet. There are opportunities that have not appeared yet. There are moments of joy that are still waiting for you. Right now, your mind may struggle to picture these things because you are standing in the middle of uncertainty. But the future is far wider than what you can currently see. Many people look back on difficult seasons of their lives and later realize that those very seasons led them towards something better. A disappointment led to a new opportunity. A painful ending led to a healthier beginning. A long period of waiting led to an unexpected blessing. Your current season may not yet reveal its purpose, but that purpose will become clearer with time. My beloved child, I want you to hold on to this truth. When fear tries to return, nothing in your life is wasted. Your tears are not wasted. Your struggles are not wasted. Your prayers are not wasted. Even the painful chapters of your life are shaping a future that will make sense one day. There may come a time when someone around you feels the same pain you once carried, and because of what you have experienced, you will know exactly how to comfort them. You will know what words bring hope. You will know what kindness feels like in moments of despair. You will know how to sit beside someone in silence and remind them that they are not alone. Your struggles are quietly building the compassion that will one day help others heal, and that is a beautiful purpose. But for now, my beloved child, your task is not to understand everything. Your task is simply to keep trusting. Keep choosing kindness. Keep allowing your heart to grow. Keep believing that light still exists beyond the darkness you have experienced, even when progress feels slow, even when answers take time, even when your heart feels uncertain. Because every step of faith you take is leading you closer to peace, and soon something very important will begin to happen inside your heart. The heavy weight you once carried will begin to feel lighter. The constant noise of fear will begin to quiet, and a deeper sense of calm will begin to replace the anxiety you once felt. This calm does not come from perfect circumstances. It comes from understanding that you are loved, guided, and protected every step of the way. Stay with me just a little longer, my beloved child. The most important part of this message is still ahead. In the final moments, I want to speak a blessing over your life, a prayer for your heart, your future, and the people you love. And as that prayer fills this moment, you may feel something powerful awaken inside your spirit. Peace, hope, and the quiet assurance that your life is held safely in loving hands. My beloved child, you have come this far with me, and I want you to slow down for a moment and truly feel the peace that is beginning to settle in your heart. Take a gentle breath. Let the tension leave your shoulders. Let the noise of your worries grow quiet for a moment, because there is something very important I want you to remember before this message ends. Your life is precious. Not because of what you achieve, not because of how successful the world says you are, but because you are deeply loved. From the moment you first breathed, your life carried meaning. Your existence was never an accident. Your heart was never created without purpose. Even in the moments when you felt lost, you were still being guided. Even in the moments when you felt forgotten, you were still being seen. Even in the moments when you felt broken, you were still being loved. My beloved child, sometimes the hardest seasons in life are the ones that prepare you for the greatest transformations. Think of a seed buried in the soil. When it is first placed in the darkness of the earth, it might seem like the end. It is surrounded by dirt. It cannot see the sun. It cannot feel the open air. But something incredible is happening beneath the surface. The seed is not dying, it is growing. Roots are forming. Life is awakening. And eventually, that tiny seed pushes upward through the soil until it reaches the light. Your life can feel like that sometimes. There are seasons when everything feels dark and uncertain. You cannot see the full picture. You cannot see where the path is leading. But growth is still happening. Strength is still forming. Purpose is still unfolding. My beloved child, the story of your life is not finished. There are still chapters ahead that will surprise you. There are still blessings waiting to appear at the right moment. There are still smiles that will return to your face. There are still moments of joy that will remind you why you kept going. One day you may look back on this very season and realize something powerful. You will realize that the strength you have today was born in the moments when you thought you could not continue. You will realize that the wisdom you carry came from the lessons hidden inside your struggles. You will realize that the compassion in your heart grew from the pain you once endured. And when that day comes, you will see that nothing you experienced was wasted. My beloved child, before we finish this moment together, I want to pray for you. Let these words settle into your spirit as a blessing. Heavenly Father, I lift up this beloved soul who is listening right now. You know their heart. You know their struggles. You know the silent worries they carry when no one else can see. Lord, surround them with your peace tonight. Calm the storms inside their mind. Replace their fear with courage. Replace their anxiety with trust. Replace their sadness with hope. Protect their heart from discouragement. Guide their steps when the path feels uncertain. Open doors in their life that no one can close, and gently close the doors that are not meant for them. Bless their family. Bring healing where there is pain. Bring unity where there is conflict. Bring provision where there is need. Watch over their health, their home, their dreams, and their future. Remind them every day that they are never alone. When they feel weak, give them strength. When they feel confused, give them wisdom. When they feel afraid, fill them with your perfect peace, and let their life become a light that spreads kindness, compassion, and hope to the people around them. Amen. My beloved child, hold this prayer close to your heart whenever life feels overwhelming again. Remember this moment. Remember that peace is always within reach when you return to faith. Remember that hope can always grow again, even after the darkest night. And remember that you are never walking this journey alone. Keep believing, keep trusting. Keep moving forward one step at a time. And if this message touched your heart today, do not keep it only for yourself. Someone else may be struggling in silence. Someone else may need the same hope you received today. Share this message with someone who needs encouragement. And if you believe these words in your heart, write Amen in the comments as a simple declaration of faith. My beloved child, may peace follow you, may hope guide you, and may love fill every step of your journey.